Okay, so we'll move straight to our first conversation. I will be speaking to a lovely lady. Desi has already given the adjectives and things, but then she goes by the name Enuonyam Ekufo, but better known as Enuonyam in the gospel industry. She's a phenomenal singer, and in 2018, she released her debut single, that is Change. Today, 8th November 2022, she has a brand new one, and it's so amazing that it is titled God of Wonders. And we'll try and see if we can get the video, but then we'll talk a little bit about her and also the project that she has released. You're welcome to our table of life.
Thank you.
Table of life. When you were introducing, I was smiling a lot, and when you mentioned change,
Yes.
2018, I was music director on campus. That song,
It changed you.
we ministered that song.
Wow.
Yeah, we did that song. It's part of Raspberry. Big shout out to all my people
You
from
see,
UCC.
so I'm sharing an
Let's go.
experience. Enuonyam, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm also good. Thanks for asking. But then let me start by asking, how has 2022 been for you?
2022 has been amazing, to be honest, because I've been working with God day in and day out.
Yeah.
It hasn't been easy with regards to what's happening all around us.
True.
But God has just seen me through. Not just me, my family, and everyone around me. So I'm just thankful.
When you are good, family is good, then you are super good.
Yep.
But then prior to 2018, were you doing anything else before releasing your debut single, which was Changed?
So I got out of school, and then I did my national service, and after that I was in Overflow Incorporated. I was doing the whole music thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was very active in church as well. And then I worked with a company, Octophone Ghana Limited, for a while. Yeah.
So you're a corporate woman.
Yeah, you can put it like that.
You got the calling
Yes.
to come into the gospel space.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're still doing it or what?
No,
Oh,
not
oh,
anymore.
Not anymore. You're doing
Yeah.
the Lord's work.
Yes.
Oh,
But that's a topic for another
Honest
day,
one.
though.
Maybe next time we'll talk about
Yes,
it. But then,
yes.
ever since you chanced to be in the music industry, how has the experience been so far?
It's been a learning table for me, to be honest. Day in and day out, you get to experience people, and especially working under the man of God, Pastor Joe Metal. It's been an experience for me. I've learned so much. Not just him, the people that I've had the opportunity to come into contact with, like Pastor Isaiah Fosukwachi, just to name a few.
Big men.
Yeah.
Yes, and I mean, I'm always alert because there's so much to learn from them. Yeah, so.
But then, how many songs do you have so far?
Two
Okay.
out.
Changed.
Yeah. Feel Me.
Okay.
That happened in 2020.
The title,
Feel Me.
Feel Me.
That's an album.
No, that's a single.
That's a
That's
single.
another single. Yes,
Okay.
that came after Change.
That came after change.
Exactly.
But your song titles changed. Feel Me. Now, God of Wonders. How do you select a particular title for us?
And so with the songs, I mean, the songs carry the story of what I'm trying to tell or what I'm trying to say. So then that's how we just pick it up. Yeah, the phrase that really summarizes the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just about it.
Okay, let's talk about God of Wonders. How did you birth this particular song?
So I'm sure a lot of people have heard this before, and it's always been the case. I come from a family of worshipers. Both parents are pastors, so in our home, we're always, singing and worshiping. And so it happened in one of those times.
Yeah.
I was seated with my brother and another brother of mine, another friend of mine, and then we just started singing the melody, and then the lyrics followed,
Just came
and boom, God of Wonders.
God of Wonders came up.
Yeah.
In your press release, you said something like a birth from a place of intimacy and worship. Yeah. Bringing her to a place of gratitude as she reflected on the stories surrounding her birth. But then something interesting you said at the latter part. You said, I pray the song reminds people of who God is because I'm a living proof of his wonders. Enuonyam, what are some of the enormous things? You see, Desi mentioned changed. he was at a particular place, and at that time,
Well, the song was a good song.
was a good song.
it was a blessing
It
to
touched him. They loved the gospel song. But
Thank
then, what
God.
are some of the normal things that God has done for you that you are so grateful for that you love to give back?
For instance, I mentioned in the press release my birth story. Let me just summarize it. My mom wasn't able to have kids because she went through some surgery and they had to take out her womb, and so that makes conceiving impossible.
Yeah.
But here I am. God gave her a child, and when she was going through, I mean, all the situation of not being able to give birth, she said, "Erade ye na fasha wudin Enuonyam," and that's how my name came about. And God didn't just give her me; He gave her my brother and my sister.
So three.
You see, so three of us.
Enuonyam na broso.
Abroso.
Hey.
What's I say?
Spirit.
Abroso. And I mean, I wasn't there. I growing up, they were telling me the stories, and I'm like, wow, this God truly is a God of wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, it's impossible totally. But time and over again, He has proven Himself to be able to work the miraculous in our lives. And over the years for me, it's been back to back miracles and testimonies. Even throughout the Bible, I mean, creation alone,
Yeah.
you and I are, I mean, a testimony of God being a God of wonder. And I'm just thankful that He's mine.
Yeah, so that's the flyer on your screen, God
Yeah,
of Wonders.
God of Wonders.
Today,
Yeah.
today's 8th of November.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
being released today.
Yeah.
Let me just take you back a little bit so we before we come back to the song.
Yeah.
We've had a number of your friends, and I know you know them. Last week, Jelus was here.
Oh.
We had Naya Apari, TMC, and all the others. And how some of you came up from the likes of Pastor Joe Metal, Isaiah Fosukwache. How did that shape you into understanding what the calling was, and not just that, the business of the gospel music industry?
How did that shape me? Well, like I said earlier on, walking with them and constantly being with them gives you the privilege to see how things work, especially how they in particular respond to certain situations and circumstances. So like I said, it's always been like that for me. If I wasn't, and for that, I thank God for allowing me to be that close to these men and women of God that we learn from and receive from. I mean, if you are not close, I don't see how you'll be able to pick some of the things that are really, really important for us to learn as young ones who look up to these powerful men and women of God. So, yeah, I think.
What were some of the things that as a BV you really didn't see until you became an artist yourself and making music for yourself?
Ha! Look, leading is not a joke.
Okay.
It is not a joke. I mean, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. That's why there's a lot of preparation. A lot of preparation has to be done, like in your closet before you come and stand there. Because when you're there are a lot of things happening at the same time. You are listening to what's happening. Well, for me, there's a lot of things happening. Like I'm listening to the BBs, I'm listening to the instrumentalists, I'm checking out for how I'm sounding in the monitors, in the house. A lot of things are happening at the same time. So I just realized that, look, this is not for children. It's not for children. Yeah. So I really appreciate the men and women of God who are constantly on the platforms and blessing us. It's because it's not easy.
Okay, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, your life in itself is a testimony. I mean, talking
Yes.
about how, your mom gave birth to you, it was easy to conceive, but then again, you came out, you have other siblings, it's a big testimony. And I'm sure that even your song in itself, more or less like preaching or the miracles of God, like your song title, testimony, God of Wonders,
Yeah.
right? So then, are we to look out for an album from you soon? Because it seems that we would have to. There's a lot in you that you can share with the world.
Yes. Yeah. I just want to say that we should keep praying for me. Just keep praying for me, because I believe that there's so much that God has done with me and through me that I feel that the world needs to, not just Ghana, the world needs to encounter and
Because
experience.
after 4 years, we have 2 songs. So
Yeah.
I think we need more.
Yes,
It's
oh,
a
you're
gradual
gonna get
process.
more.
No, that's
Right,
what
it's
I
a
was
process.
gonna ask,
It's a
because
gradual
4 years too. It means that it takes 2 years for you to release
Yes,
one
it's
song.
a process.
What is
Yes.
the process like?
Ah,
We wish to
Huh.
everything goes into
You,
it.
I think we need to have like a
Conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
We will. And
It's a lot.
We will. But is the video out?
I should think
By the
right
close of
about
today,
now. Right about now, I
it
think that it
should
should be
be,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. But then Helen has already asked if we'll get any album very, very soon. This is your first interview after like a song being dropped, like a
Yep,
song being
this is
yes, this is your
fresh.
first.
fresh.
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll be moving on to other tour.
Yes,
we
please.
wish
Yes,
you all the
please.
best. And
Thank you so much.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity to be the first.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Before she goes, she needs to bless us with some.
Yes, the voice. I have a
Sweet
very
voice.
bad voice. Just a line from God of Wonders. Just
Okay,
something.
so God of wonders, God of power, when we call you, you do the impossible. God of wonders, you're the miracle worker. When we call you, you do the impossible. Yeah, there you have it.
I normally do some noise, but today one I can't do. Just do it for me.
Okay. That was sweet. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
We
Thank you for having me.
appreciate you and wish you the very best in
Thank
all
you.
your
Thank you
endeavors,
very
everything
much.
that you do.